Good day, everyone. We are the Group 10, and today we are going to tackle the 9 and 10 commandments. The 9 commandments: you shall not bear false witness. Exodus chapter 20, verse 16. These principles includes all forms of lying. These commandments has its roots in integrity and honesty. Truly, obeying the command to not lie requires changing how we think. Jesus identifies Satan, the devil, as the father of lies. Dishonesty is in opposition to the character and identity of God because it distorts and twists the truth, damaging relationship and creating uncertainty. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Explicitly prohibits making false statements against our neighbor. What does it mean? What does these commandments cover? Jesus expanded on who is my neighbor in the parable of Good Samaritan in Luke chapter 10 verse 25 to 37. He showed we are to be good neighbors to everyone. Obviously, the good neighbor Jesus Christ wants us to be will not lie about anyone. Designed to prevent slander and provision of justice. As God told Moses and Israelites, you shall not circulate a false report. Do not put your hand with the wicked, to be an unrighteous witness. You shall not follow a crowd to do evil, nor shall you testify in a dispute so as to turn aside after many to prevent justice.
Is lying a sin? All lying is against God's law, so it's a sin. However, with God, a lie is a lie. It is anything devoid of the truth or whatever distorts the truth. Even when a lie is told to a man, it is nevertheless a sin against God. Next is a lying tongue and a false witness who pours out lies. Lying tongue. It makes a very generic statement about speaking falsehood of any kind, while pointing as well to the person's will and desire to so lie. False witness is not just about lying, but has to do when there is only one person who is accuses one other person before the presence of others. Next is lying is clearly labeled sin in Leviticus verse 6, chapter 2. If a person sins and commits a trespass against the Lord by lying to his neighbor, by simply lying, you as a children of God are committing a sin towards the Lord our God.
Commandments. You shall not covet your neighbor goods, forbidding the capital sins of avarice, also known as greed or covetousness. Remind us to be happy with the things we have and not covet the other's possessions. Thus, with one of humanity, all this problem, the problem of greed. The Ten Commandments, coveting the good of another, as the root of the stealing and the fruit forbidden by the commandment. You should not steal, lust of the eyes, leads to the violence and injustice forbidden by the commandment. You shouldn't murder, covetousness like sexual immorality originates in the idolatry.
So for the next one is, what does covet thy neighbors mean? So for the word covet, it is yearn to possess, to have something. So if the word covet sounds familiar to you, meaning you are thinking to the 10th commandment, like thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant. So not anything is thy neighbor's.
And the last part is defined as to strongly want something that someone else have. This commandment refers to desire to the point of seeking to take something that belongs to another individual. It's to want that isn't ours. People steal because they covet something that doesn't belong to them. Coveting leads to committing one of the aforementioned four acts. These are the murder, adultery, theft, and lying. So this simply means that we should not envy or own to someone on what they have. We have our own uniqueness and different situation. So don't covet something that belongs to another. That's all. Thank you.